And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. This is a season of Thanksgiving and reflecting on the things we're all thankful for. This next story we bring you is full of gratitude from the ones who get to experience his art and the artist himself, Ron Norsworthy.
Ron Norsworthy, with pride, identifies himself as a Black queer artist. But if you know this genius's work, you know Ron cannot and will not be put in a box. The Indiana native and Princeton graduate began making his mark in pop culture by way of some of the most iconic music videos from the 1990s, serving as art director, production designer, and even director.
I used to think that I could not go on.
When you're making the work, you don't really know that you're making something kind of amazing. You just got to get that job done. So, I think when I look back, I have to say I'm very proud of the work that I've created.
Norsworthy's work has become a part of Americana, with his art that can be found in museums, on murals, and even in your home. We mean like your bed sheets and blankets.
Now, I don't know if anyone else is saying it, but I see you as the Andy Warhol.
Wow.
Of the current
Whoa.
era. I mean, your talents and your skills have permeated throughout Americana, from music videos to art on the walls to murals.
Yeah.
And you have worked with so many damn people, from Missy Elliott to Madonna.
I feel blessed. I feel blessed that I've had the opportunity to contribute to the building of their brands and creating the visuals that went with their music. And I think that the variety of work that I've gotten to do, I just want to thank you very much for that compliment. Andy Warhol was a big hero of mine. And so to be called the Black Andy Warhol, that's everything.
Well, you have done the work and you continue to do the work. And it's not just art, you're also focused on social justice, equality, equal pay for women, and the list just goes on and on.
Yeah, that's true. That's really important to me. I don't make my work in a vacuum. I make my work for people. I make it to be engaged with, So how I show up in the world, how I show up in spaces, how I make spaces for others, that's really important to me. And unfortunately, there's just not enough inclusiveness in a lot of the spaces that Black Americans especially find ourselves in. So anything that I can do, I use my work, I use platforms such as these to talk about the issues that are important to me and to build theoretically a bigger space for all of us to kind of be ourselves.
And when you have a platform like this and many others around the world, what's your focus now? What's the most important issue to Ron today?
Making space. Yeah, making space for people to feel like they can be themselves, so that they can show up in their authentic, as their authentic selves. So with my artwork, that in the conventional sense, I consider everything I do my artwork, but let's just say for the intent of this conversation, the art that I make is about representation. I'm really trying to get folks to feel like they're seen and to feel like included in a kind of a way. So, it's like everything I make is infused with that ethos of inclusivity and sort of acceptance of self, because I know that that's been my journey and that's how I've been able to do the amazing things that I've been able to do. So I just want other people to have that opportunity, and art can do that,
Ron Norsworthy is an artist who calls Connecticut home with his husband, David Anthon. Ron's work spans decades on the visual medium, with TV shows and specials like BET's Spring Bling to MTV's Making the Band. His latest project hits home, literally.
And you've expanded your brand, not only just murals or music videos anymore, but you're coming into our homes in America in some form or fashion.
I'm looking at all kinds of ways. So, like I've got a line of candles that's coming out soon. I can't say when, unfortunately, but I'd say in
We'd
2020.
love to have the exclusive.
I will let you know. You know what? Thank you for that invitation. Houston's near and dear to my heart, so that's a lovely invitation, and thank you. But yeah, like I think that our sense of smell and the things that they help us conjure memories, like a scented candle is more than a scented candle for me. It's a way of making a space feel like your own. So it's another exploration for me. I always describe my practice as just sharing the evidence of my explorations. So I follow my curiosity wherever that takes me. And I like to make stuff in the process to kind of show like breadcrumbs to show where I've been,
And for you, have you had your proudest moment yet?
Or
Or is
no.
it yet to come?
Oh, no. That's not possible. No, I think it's important to have something to look forward to, So I always feel like my best moments are in front of me, and I can look back at my work and say, I want to kind of circle back and say that it's really hard to judge and critique your own work. Like I make my work to be seen and experienced and felt by audiences. So it could be an audience of one, or that could be millions of people, as is the case with my music videos. And so I'm always a harsh critic of what I do, but I can only gauge the success of what I do based on the warm reception that I get in places like this. So, I kind of look through the audience's lens when I'm judging my work. If I look through my own, I'm in trouble because I'm always finding something wrong.
And what has been, if you can recall, the best compliment you have received for any form of your work, whether it's music video or it's art or it's a mural or it's something that you've designed?
I think that's a good question. I think Black Andy Warhol has got to be at the top or near the top. So thank you for that again.
Thank you. You're welcome.
I'd like to pull that lens back a bit and say that, again, we can often find ourselves siloed. And I think that you're just talking to small groups of people, and I prefer to speak more broadly. And so I think that affirmation comes, for me, I feel kind of the best when I feel like I've connected with folks, which is why I like talking to to groups of people, and I especially love talking to students. I think that intergenerational thing is really, really important. The passing along of knowledge, the passing along of experiences is a really important responsibility to me and a pillar of my practice. So just sort of sharing moments like this and having conversations, I think is a way of my giving, but it's also an incredible way of receiving. It's so reciprocal. So this is an incredibly rewarding sort of experience when I get to sort of share with others.
All righty, sir. Well, we appreciate your time. And as I said in the beginning, it's our honor to talk with you. And we appreciate your time and you joining us here on The Factor Uncensored tonight.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And it was great talking to you.